Now question comes about eligibility. ठीक है, like I spoke to Niharika just now, ठीक है, and she told me she is undergoing masters. ठीक है, so we all need to have a master's degree certificate in hand. ठीक है, तभी what happens, कभी कभी क्या होता है, some institutes जब तक आपके certificates नहीं आते हैं, you need to have a very good word with them over mail. ठीक है, the best form of communication with any institute is mail. Telephonic conversation doesn't count much. Fine. So mail पे conversation करके आप confirm ज़रूर कीजिए अप्लाई करने से पहले कि आपका मास्टर्स का सर्टिफिकेट है नहीं है आपके पास. ओके, 2 months में आएगा, 3 months में आएगा. आर दे रेडी फॉर एन अंडरटेकिंग और नॉट? एंड यूजुअली दे आर नॉट. ठीक है, यूजुअली जो फॉर्मेट इतने टाइम से हम पढ़ाते आ रहे हैं, हम प्रिपेयर करते आ रहे हैं बच्चों को, वी फेस्ड दीज, वी वी सॉल्व दीज स्ट्रगल्स विद देम. ठीक है, सो what we realized is most of the institutes aren't ready to give you an undertaking. So you will have to have a master's degree ready. ठीक है, still norms change, situations change, rules do change. ठीक है, so it's always better to clarify with the institutes directly over mails. Fine. The best form, the legal form of communication would be mails. Telephonic conversations, you never know, you will have the next time the same person to talk to you or not. ठीक है, so your eligibility, your documents should be ready. ठीक है, another problem, like we are here to discuss the practical stuff. ठीक है, like so another problem which which could occur for you is the migration certificate. Okay, if most of our students sometimes kabhi unko 4-5 saal ho jate hain masters kiye, they are doing good in their job, now they want to do something more better. Fine. So is tarike se they aren't even in touch with the universities. ठीक है, keep your papers ready. Also do get a migration certificate ready from your university. Okay, typically when you have done your masters from a government setup, ठीक है, तो आपको चीजें कागज रेडी रखने पड़ेंगे, सारे पेपर्स ऑर्डर में सही रखने पड़ेंगे. ठीक है, माइग्रेशन इज अ मस्ट. You need to have a migration certificate ready. Since in the meantime you're preparing, okay, in the meantime you don't have anything else to do, so you might also work on your papers. You might keep them ready. Any questions in the eligibility part?
Good morning, ma'am. I have a question.
Hanji, good morning.
Ma'am, I got enrolled myself in Masters in Industrial Psychology. So what after Industrial Psychology? Can't I go for this M.Phil?
Let me know your name first.
Yes, ma'am. I am Anushri and I got enrolled into Christ University, HRDM. So I just wanted to know that, am I not eligible to go for this course after my Masters, or have I to complete my Masters in clinical again?
Okay, Anushri, see, what the trend we have seen is, ठीक है, they do ask for a Masters in clinical or counseling. ठीक है, they do ask for that. Earlier, they weren't even ready to take masters from open learning. They are ready now, but some of the institutes now are accepting applicants from open learning also. But the question about industrial psychology, they are still not so open to it. Okay? Now my question to you is, you have to select the colleges, the institutes you want to apply. Okay? Assuming that you studied from Christ in Bangalore, you would want to apply in NIMHANS. Okay, you would want to apply in those, so you will have to talk to them directly about your eligibility here. Okay, or if you do still have an option, are you currently pursuing masters?
Ma'am, I just got enrolled, like first year of masters with
okay, so do you, if you have a bent towards clinical, okay, so if you just have a bent towards clinical, you can give a thought and still better save time now than regretting later. Okay.
Ma'am, I just wanted to know another thing, like after 2 years of a master's, there are programs like you can do diploma in counseling. So that works in reality, or is it just a myth?
See, there is Advanced Diploma in Guidance and Counseling, which is a course run by RCI post-masters. Okay. Now, depends on where do you pursue your course from. Okay. If your institute provides you a rehabilitation license, I am very specific here. If your institute provides you a rehabilitation license, not a clinical license. Clinical license आपको मिलता है M.Phil के बाद. So if your institute, if your institute provides you a rehabilitation license, you might get a license for rehabilitation work, but not for clinical work.
Okay.
Again, you have to clarify this from the institute whether their course currently is backed up by RCI or not. ठीक है?
Okay. And just another doubt, like people do from IGNOU. So what if after my masters, for just for my further learning or maybe for my further uptake in career, I go for distance learning in clinical psychology. So is it approved from RCA? Like from IGNOU if I do, and then I go for RCA approved universities or colleges?
You are asking me whether you would want to take up any additional course from IGNOU, backed up by
Yes, ma'am.
RCI.
After my masters, yes, ma'am.
No, what happens is, this is what I was telling, no, ये जो course की आप बात कर रहे हैं, advanced diploma in guidance and counseling. So most of the people, they get into the zone of, you know, that they want to do this course and get a license probably somehow. Okay? But this usually doesn't happen. Number one, it has to be a regular course. Number two, your institute, even after it being a regular course, has to be backed up by RCI regarding this.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay?
Okay.
So you might get enrolled in a counseling course somewhere, but it has nothing to do with the RCI setup. It is not following the RCI norms. You will never get a rehabilitation license. Okay? You guys might have seen on Instagram, on the other social media platforms, a lot of people running courses here and there. They teach you CBT in two days.
Yes.
Okay? They teach you That's not worth it. They teach you CBT in 2 days. They'll tell you about ADHD and management in one session. ADHD and management in one session. Okay? So you have to be aware of where are you going to pursue. This is for everything, for M.Phil ho, for your further PhD, okay? Any course you want to ever do in psychology especially, okay? You need to know the current situation of the institute you are applying, okay? Because the subject we are talking about here is clinical psychology, okay? So our field is the most practical field in humanities. Okay, the most practical field in humanities. Okay, so if we just follow the theoretical norm, we do not justify the word psychologist. We need to have, that is why even in masters you guys undergo internships, don't you? Okay, you guys undergo internships. Okay, you guys change internships once you go for the child psychiatry, once you go for adult psychiatry. Okay, so likewise you like to gain experience so that you know if you want to further work, if you want to further explore clinical psychology or not. Okay, so जो भी course आप करना चाहते हो, you can switch off your mic. Okay, actually we are also recording the class, so what happens, there's a lot of disturbance otherwise. Question hai, you can switch it on anytime, n number of times you want. Okay, so whatever course you want to pursue in psychology, and you want to pursue it from a practical angle, you want to pursue it from an angle that you want a rehabilitation or a clinical license or whatsoever, please check with the institute directly. We do it, we get a lot of queries from our own students, okay? The students who are with us, because once the students get enrolled with us, we are with them for a year. It's technically a year, but we are with them after a year also if they require any help. Okay? But technically, they are with us for a year if they require any help with any practical stuff. So, jo bhi queries hamare paas aati hai, we follow these steps. We would like to contact the institute directly. What is the current situation? Where do they stand in terms of license? Okay? Okay.